Well, greetings again from Professor Freeman. This will talk about the content or the material I want to cover in sessions 2 and 3, business plans and business planning. I just want to observe or repeat that this is a finance course, not a course on business planning. It's a focus on financial decision making for entrepreneurs and investors in early stage companies. But business plans are a very important tool for analysis and decision making by both parties. So we're going to review the components or the format of a business plan. Now, there is a certain standard that has been deployed in recent years, and I'm going to use this as our foundation for some good and valid reasons. It is what I consider to be logical and sensible. It's also become a well-known format that helps reviews by the reviewers. So I mentioned in the notes that there are two principles that are important for business planning. One is that it does provide effectively, a roadmap for executing a plan of action for the company. But there's also another approach, a principle that I really emphasize and I think is not particularly well recognized, that it does force some discipline or a focused thought process on the part of management or those that are actually going to be implementing the plan. One of the other ways that I can express this is one of the questions that I'm very fond of asking, which is, what do you want to be when you grow up? Which I like. It's a way that I think really simply and elegantly addresses the problem that companies and students do want to address. So this is an approach, this thinking process. The imposed discipline that business planning imposes is something that large companies certainly recognize in their financial planning and analysis activities. And it also does apply to early stage companies as well. So that's one of the main components in session 2. The other thing in session 3 is that we're going to focus on business and financial modeling, the numbers. Chapters 4 and 5 from the textbook provide a pretty good overview, but I really want to direct your attention to the other document that I've posted into session 3, Business Model Generation by Osterwalder. This is an excellent resource, one that I use very extensively, really kind of definitive approach. Where it defines a business model as the way that an enterprise creates, delivers, and captures value for the enterprise. A very good definition that really does cover or address the concept quite well. And in this booklet, it does mention 9 different building blocks for business modeling. So I really am going to direct you to look at that. It's a very well structured approach. And this session will really focus on what that establishes as far as the conceptual framework, the dynamics or the economic drivers that determine the numbers that represent the financial forecast. And next time we are going to look at some of the tactics or techniques for preparing a financial model, a pro forma forecast or feasibility approach, or to crunch the numbers. So we'll look forward to that going forward.